What's good, YouTube? It's NBA and NBA 2K breaking news and reactions here. And I know I haven't made a video about the NBA lately, and there's been a lot of stuff happening, but that is what we are doing right now. So if you're new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And so let's get into the video. First news that I know is the Knicks traded Alec Burks and Nerlens Noel to the Detroit Pistons. In exchange, I think they got 2 second-round draft picks. No, they're giving up 2 second-round draft picks. I don't know what they're getting in return, but these are mostly just buyout players for Detroit. I bet they'll probably either buy them out or just trade them for future draft picks like the Thunder would. A team that would need Alec Burks is like a Brooklyn Nets. If Patty Mills doesn't opt in, they could use a backup point guard, and that could be Alec Burks. A team that could use Nerlens Noel if they buy him out or anything could be the Clippers. They almost traded for him yesterday, so that would make sense as well. And then also the Lakers, Russell Westbrook picked up his option for 2022-23. That was almost guaranteed to happen. He is set to make $47 million next year, so that's not that big of a surprise. And then the Kings accepted the team option on Trey Lyles, which is, I thought that was a lock to happen because Lyles was actually pretty good with the Kings after he got traded from the Pistons last year as their starting power forward. He scored a few points down the low post and got rebounds. I really liked him for them last year. And then this is something I didn't think would happen, but Tony Bradley of the Bulls, he's their backup center behind Tristan Thompson and Nikola Vucevic. He accepted his player option for $2 million. I think he could have got $3 million from like a rebuilding team to come in and be their backup center. From a team like Orlando, if they lose Mo Bamba in free agency, he could come in and be a backup center there. But no, he accepts his player option to stay with Chicago. And then the Clippers signed Ivica Zubac to a 3-year extension worth $33 million, which means that on average he'll be making around $11 million per season. He's only 24 or 25, I think, which means that this contract, if he's only, they declined the team option. Okay, so I think if he's 25, hold on, we can check, actually. Or can we? Oh, there. Zubac is 25, so that means that this contract will go until he is 28 years old. So that's big for the Clippers. But that means that they probably won't be able to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein, who was very good for them last year. Next is Strand signed a 2-year, $16 million extension with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was pretty okay for them last year. He wasn't outstanding. He was the backup power forward for Jared Vanderbilt and Jaden McDaniels. Sometimes McDaniels played small forward, so he was the backup power forward. He's 28 years old. He was the 12th pick. I thought it was the 14th pick. He was the 12th pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Last year, he played 69 games and averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Pretty good glue guy for the Timberwolves. He can play backup power forward pretty well, score some points, get some rebounds. Okay, so next. The Pistons did something kind of surprising to me. They declined the team option for Luka Garza, who's never been a good defender in the NBA, but he could score very well. I think he averaged like 20 points per game at Iowa and won the Player of the Year award for college basketball. And he did not play that bad in Detroit. The only thing that's bad about Garza is his defense. And I think a team will almost immediately claim him off of waivers and sign him. But then Carson Edwards, he was signed at the end of last season. So it's not that surprising that he got waived because he only played like 3 games and probably scored like 5 points. Then the Pistons also declined they accepted Hamidou Diallo's team option, but they declined Frank Jackson's. That's not that surprising because Hamidou Diallo was really good for them last year, and Frank Jackson is no longer needed since Corey Joseph opted in, and they now have Jaden Ivey and Killian Hayes. Then Kyrie Irving accepted his player option to stay with the Brooklyn Nets, which is kind of surprising. But they still, I think, could trade Kyrie. This does not mean that he's a lock to stay with Brooklyn. It probably means that his chances of staying in Brooklyn are higher, but this does not guarantee anything. But his player option was worth $36 million. He probably would have got less in free agency due to the fact that he has not played very much in the last few seasons. And then what else happened? The Rockets picked up Jae'Sean Tate's team option. It's only a minimum contract, so that's not very surprising. And he's been a really good defender for them the last few seasons. What else? Victor Oladipo is reportedly unlikely to remain with the Heat. This is something I haven't seen yet today. I just woke up. But Victor Oladipo was a very good player for the Heat in the playoffs last year. He did not play hardly at all in the regular season, but once the playoffs started, he turned it up a notch. And the Heat already have to pay Caleb Martin to stay in town. I think Caleb's the one on the Heat and Cody's on the Hornets. I think they have to pay him to stay in town. He's going to be worth at least $6 million in free agency. And Victor Oladipo was only on a minimum contract this year due to injuries. He's going to be getting at least $8 million, I think. And if the Sixers don't get PJ Tucker, I think they are going to probably go after Victor Oladipo to be a backup shooting guard, especially if they trade away Thibault. I think that would make the most sense for them. What else? Qualifying offs. Moses Brown did not get a qualifying offer. If you guys don't know, a qualifying offer is it makes the players a restricted free agent in the offseason. I think it allows teams to make to match the contract. The qualifying offer, which is essentially just a 1-year contract offer, varies in amount depending on a player's service time and previous contract status. I don't know. But they are not sending a qualifying offer to Moses Brown, who has not been very good since he played for my Thunder. I think he had like a 2020 game with them, and I knew it was special, but then we traded him for Kemba Walker, who we just bought out. The Clippers, Amir Coffey got a qualifying offer. That makes sense, though. He's been a pretty good scorer for them. He can pass the ball. He can play 1 through 3. And then the Mavericks issued a qualifying offer to Theo Pinson. They are going to keep him this offseason. It's almost no doubt. Sharif Cooper for the Hawks, Malcolm Hill of the Bulls, and Neemias Queta of the Kings all have qualifying offers. Then the Warriors still have a qualifying offer extended for Nico Mannion, even though he hasn't played for the team in 3 seasons, I think. What else happened? I haven't made a video in a while. It's been a lot that's happened. Oh, the 76ers are willing to give PJ Tucker a 3-year, $30 million contract that would go until he's age 40. I don't know how I would think about, or how I would feel about that as a 76ers fan. Oh yeah, John Wall got bought out, and he's going to the LA Clippers for most likely the taxpayers mid-level exception, which I think is around $6.4 million. That's definitely not what John Wall is making in Houston, but that's what he gave up for his contract buyout to sign with the Clippers. The Jazz are expected to hire Will Hardy as their head coach. He's been assistant coach for the Boston Celtics the last few years. I don't really know anything about him, but I know a few teams have been interviewing him the last few years. Mitch Kupchak, the GM of the Hornets, said that they're going to bring Bridges back. Kyrie Irving came close to an extension with the Nets. The Grizzlies and Danny Green pushed back the salary guarantee date. The Hawks and Spurs are still discussing DeJounte Murray. The Pacers GM is not actively shopping Miles Turner. DeAndre Ayton and Marvin Bagley get cute qualifying offers. What else? I think that's all. Oh, Josh Okogie won't receive a qualifying offer, but that's not that big of a deal because he was not the greatest for them. He was kind of a draft bust. I know he was drafted in the 2018 draft, but I just don't know what pick. Malik Monk is open to considering discount to stay with the Lakers. I wouldn't do that if I was Monk. Tomas Satoransky officially signed with FC Barcelona. I think that's all. I don't remember when the last time I made a video was. I know the last video I made was reacting to my mock draft that I made before the draft. But I guess that's as far back as we'll go. And then the last thing, I didn't even see the article, but the Knicks are expected to offer, right here. Knicks are strong front runners for Brunson, expected to offer $110 million. And also in the article, it says that the Mavericks are expecting Brunson to sign with the Knicks. So hopefully this video is under 30 minutes so I could post it. That's what happens with this screen recording website. It only allows you to upload videos under 30 minutes, but be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.